Hello, everybody. Hello on metalops.com and Metalops TV on the channel on YouTube of Metalops Magazine. I am with Innerwish. One member is going to introduce himself. Please, who are you? What do you do in the band Innerwish in Greece?
Okay, hello everyone. Thanks for having me, first of all, to start properly. My name is Franki, and I am the drummer of the band and responsible. Yeah, it's Christmas now, you know, the drummers. And I write most of the lyrics of Innerwish.
Okay, and you are in the band since a long time.
Yeah, 2010.
10, yeah. But the band was founded in Athens, in
Yeah,
Greece, in 1995, something like that. Very,
yes.
very old.
I was 14 years old. I couldn't have been in the band back then.
You can start the drums very young, but yeah, okay, very
They
early.
wouldn't like me the way I was playing back then. For
Okay,
sure.
okay. So drummer in Innerwish. You live in Athens personally?
Yes.
Okay,
All of
okay,
us.
okay. So the band is based in Athens, Greece. There is a Greek scene, very. It maybe the Greek scene was a bit more famous with extreme band like Septic Fresh, Tecomancia, Rotting Christ, but
Yeah.
heavy stuff maybe except Gaji, Firewind, etc. Maybe less, maybe less. How is the metal scene in general nowadays, and especially in your kind of metal, power, heavy metal, within a
We
wish?
have actually a pretty good scene. And the good thing about the Greek metal scene is that we have a big variety of styles.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have thrash metal, modern
Yeah.
metal, we have
Yeah.
everything. But obviously, the most famous part of the Greek scene is the black metal part,
Yeah.
black death metal part,
Yeah.
because they started everything, to be honest,
Yeah.
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Nightfall, Septic Flesh, Rotting Christ,
Yeah. Necromancia.
Romancia, of course.
Divisor.
You know,
Uh,
Divisor. It's
D'ailleurs, Mataron, Astarte. Enfin, we can a lot of
yeah,
bands.
it's the black metal scene. It's actually the first scene of Greece that had its own sound, like we say Norwegian black
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah. Exactly.
The
Exactly.
Hellenic black metal scene had a unique sound up to a
Yeah.
point.
On
But we have a lot of good bands. We have really a
Okay.
lot of good bands.
And Inner Wish. So you play. We can say power metal. If you agree.
I am okay with whatever term you use.
Okay. Okay. Just a detail. Is it true that you also, like a bit like me, you write in a magazine in Greece,
I
in rock
write
hard?
I write in Rock Hard magazine of
Okay.
Greece for
Since
I don't remember the year since it was released in Greece. Okay.
okay. So
I
you are
do.
very familiar with interviews, reviews,
I,
etc.
I write in magazines. I do DJ sets. I have radio shows. So I am into this thing quite.
Okay. Yeah. So you're active. You are an actor of this metal scene
Yes,
in
yes,
Greece.
yes,
So
yes,
like me,
yes.
a bit like me in France.
Yeah, it's just some kilometers of distance.
Yeah. Okay, so the same passion. So,
Yeah.
and this passion, I think we can feel it in the new stuff. So this new album, Inner Wish released this fall, a new album, this sixth studio album called
Yeah,
Ash of Eternal Flame on Rising Phoenix Music.
yeah.
So it's a very powerful album, melodic, but very powerful and melodic and catchy. So it was
Mhm.
your goal because I find it very a perfect album.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Very
very much.
generous also. I don't remember the number of the tracks, but
We have a lot always.
yeah.
Unfortunately for us, we have a lot of tracks nearly
So
there.
it was your goal to because you were absent during since 2016 with the eponym album and
Yeah.
for 8 years without any new recording full length studio album. So what was the goal of this new album, Ash of Eternal Flame, to reconquer, to come back after the pandemic and to a
Actually,
new level?
the album was about to release in 2020. If the pandemic hadn't started, it
Okay,
was almost ready. Drums, vocals, drums, guitars, bass guitar were recorded already. But
okay.
when the pandemic started, it was weird.
Ah.
Let's say
And you
bit,
at this time you have a record deal already, or with Rising Phoenix, or it was to
no, no, no,
not
no, no. We weren't
signed?
signed to Running Phoenix.
Okay, okay,
But we had lots of problems during the
okay.
pandemic. And to be honest, we lost our appetite also in playing
Ah,
music during that time.
yeah, I
But
understand.
in 2021, somewhere about there, we are okay, guys, let's do it. We must do it. We must find our way again. You know, music is passion for us. It's not business.
Okay.
It's instead of going to therapists, we go to rehearse. We go and play
Okay.
music,
Yeah.
for
Yeah. It's
example.
a good
And
method.
the bad thing with pandemic is that it delayed our album. But the
Oh,
good thing is that it brought us to RPM, because if it wasn't for the delay, we wouldn't have signed to
okay.
RPM music.
Okay. Well, you take
About the
your
songs
time.
that you asked, it's our way, unfortunately. We write a lot. We always write a lot.
Okay.
So for this album, we had 15 songs in general,
Oh.
but
Well,
there are too many.
yeah.
So RPM decided to use 11 plus the
Yeah.
bonus track, the
11
cover,
tracks.
and released the 3 remaining songs in some months from now as, you know, standalone singles and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Okay. And the title of this new album, Ash of Eternal Flame, is in relation with Phoenix Rising and the label Rising Music Phoenix,
Okay.
Phoenix Music. And we can see the nice artwork behind you with an
Yeah.
eagle. Could you, it's a story of a rebirth, of creation, artistic creation for the band, Innerwish, maybe, in a way?
It is up to a point a rebirth because of the time period that we are absent, actually.
Yeah.
And the artwork was mainly from the myth of Prometheus, from the Greek
Ah,
mythology,
yeah, Prometheus. Yeah.
who
Yeah,
was the god
mythology.
of fire that gave humanity civilization, actually.
Yeah.
And that's the eagle that he was eating his
Yeah.
guts
And after his art, every day an eagle
every
comes.
day and every day,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
up to a weird point, it was very well combined with the label.
Okay. Yeah.
And Ash of Eternal Flame, actually, it's from the song that we have in the album. And it's a line from a Greek poet, Mr. Varnalis, who's a very famous Greek poet here.
Okay.
And it's from a poem that he wrote for Greece that, as in every country with rich history, like France, for example,
Okay. Okay.
nowadays people, or the way we are actually ashes of the glory that used to be as countries. For
Ah,
example,
okay.
you understand how I mean it, because the glory of the past doesn't represent the situation of the present.
Yeah.
After, so we are like remainings of that glory, but we never give up. I think
O-
it's the same for France. It's the same
Okay. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
European countries
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah. 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 I understand. But the artwork, who made it? And if I'm right, there are different colors of version. There is a
Yeah.
more yellow and blue version of cover artwork, and yours is more dark and red.
Yeah, it's Mr. Yannis Nakos did the artwork. He's a Greek artist.
Okay.
He has done works for Evergrey, for Camelot.
Oh, yeah.
He has done quite a lot of death metal bands like Suffocation,
Oh,
for
okay.
example.
Oh,
He's a very good artist here
ah,
in
yeah.
Greece, and he's a friend of ours, actually.
Okay.
So we said, why not to trust one of our friends who is
Okay. Yeah.
also a very good professional, not
Yeah.
just.
Okay. And but there are different versions of colors, no?
Yeah,
Maybe
it
the Gatefold,
was.
the CD, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a decision of Markus Vosgen from
Okay.
RPM. He was the one that brought us to RPM. And he
Oh,
was like, why don't we do 2 different versions? The blue color, let's say it blue,
ah,
the more
okay.
colored one for the CD,
Okay.
and the red one that you see behind me for the vinyl. And we loved it and said, why not?
Okay. Okay. Alors, so we speak about the title, the cover artwork. Let's go deeper in the album. There is a track, and there are different single videos on YouTube.
Mhm.
But before the release of this album, there was a song, Cult,
The
no,
blind.
Cult of the
That was the
Blind. But if I'm
best.
right, it's not included in the new album.
Yeah, it was
Why?
actually a standalone single.
Ah, okay.
And because I told you before that we had some
Yeah.
songs
Ah,
spare, we decided with the label that due to our absence of 8 years, let's have a song out with
okay.
how to say it, with the announcement of the signing to make things
Oh,
going, for example, and then have the album songs.
okay, so it's not in the album. I am a bit disappointed because it's a very good song, very powerful. But okay, it's deeper.
I am disappointed too because I loved it a lot.
You could put it on as bonus track, but no.
Marcus speaking, and I have to listen to Marcus because he's the godfather of metal in Europe up to a point.
So Marcus is the label manager of Riding
Marcus
Phoenix Music.
Bosgen is a huge chapter in heavy metal music in Europe. He was a
Okay.
Nuclear Blast back in the
Ah,
glory
yeah,
days.
yeah, 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 yeah.
in the zeros and then, and he was the one that insisted in RPM to sign us. He loved the album,
Okay.
and I have huge respect for him. I had huge
Yeah.
because I knew him as an editor in magazine, you know. So it was a surprise for me. Whatever Marco says, I listen to it.
Okay. Yeah. So, and there are other singles, so included in the album, and there is a song who makes a lot of echo in France, because we have 72 today in November. At the end of November, today we have sadly 72 dead migrants who crossed the sea between England and France. And today, for this year, 72 migrants since the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And you released a track called the second track of the album, Sea of Lies, in duet, in collaboration with Hansi Kürsch from My Blind Guardian, Demons and Wizards. So tell me more about this song, because you have the problem, if is it a problem of migration with the north of Africa and the east of Orient, or Middle Earth and Middle East,
Blind Guardian.
Blind Guardian, and people come from Balkans and try to go to Greece, Italy, and the same in France and England, and after they go to the north, etc. But we have that, and so this song makes a lot of echo, and we can see it on the video on YouTube of Sea of Lies. Tell me more about this song. How was born the idea, and to invite Hansi Kürsch as singer?
Okay, I'll start with Hansi, because it's as simple as I will tell you. It was a childhood dream that I had since I was 14 years old, listening to Blind Guardian and reading Lord of the Rings books. I was like, one day I wish this guy sings to one of the songs I will have with one of my bands. And it was the timing. So my best friend, Sakis Fragos, who is the chief editor of Rock Hard magazine, made the first contact. I knew Hansi from interviews.
Hansi, very kindly person.
And he's for me, is the best person in the scene. He's an anti-star. He's not a star.
Exactly. Very simple, humble.
He's very simple and humble. So I sent him the tracks. I sent him 3 tracks, and he chose this one.
Okay.
I told him, Hansi, are you kind to sing a chorus for us? And he just sent me the whole song. We can release the whole song only with Hansi Kürsch vocals, everything. And then he said, okay, I will be part of the video. And I was like, sorry for my language, what the fuck is Hansi Kürsch?
Perfect.
One of my heroes growing up. And he was a totally humble guy. I have no words to thank him. I have no words. I only gave him a great bottle of wine because he loves wine.
And the collaboration on vocals, aside George, the singer, your singer, but it's amazing.
Man, it's Hansi Kürsch. This voice can sell ice cubes to Alaska. It's
a long song. Huh? The song in general are very 5 minutes, 6 minutes in general, are very rich, a lot of things. Huh?
We have this problem. We write big songs.
But you live 6 minutes. It's you have to. It's physically. It's bigger.
It's like playing 2-3 minute songs.
Yeah.
So about the lyrics of the song, to be honest, we were a bit anxious, especially with the video, because of the scenes. Because, you know, there are many opinions about everything in the world.
Your reactions,
And unfortunately, nowadays, people are way more fanatized than they should be. You don't see discussions. It's either one side or the other side. You can find middle part in most parts. And here it's a big problem, the immigration, because we are the crossroad between Europe and the East, actually. And we have a lot of problem because, okay, we are not voting for illegal immigration, but no matter what, I can't stand people saying stupid things about the children. I can't blame any child of this world or whatever. Okay, I can understand some people are murderers. Some people might come and are criminals. The children are not. It's up to the governments, our government, your government, to choose who to accept and who not. But they don't. But they don't. And people die for no reason.
In Italy, the same thing.
But of course we don't want everyone to be included in our country without anything, for example, with no control or limit.
Yeah.
But the children are the children. And if you
Yeah.
leave the children in a bad environment, they will become criminals in the end.
Yeah. And the worst, they pay for that and they die. They pay for all
They
their
die
life.
for something which is not their fault, man.
And there are persons who take profits of that, and it's horrible.
But you know why? When we are making the video,
But
we had some. You have seen the images from the refugees camps and
yeah,
stuff like.
yeah.
The two people that gave us the images told me one thing: if everyone says something bad, bring him with us, and if he sees a little child dead on the shore and he isn't moved, then he's an asshole. You can't change his mind at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so some people though misunderstood the song and thought that we are voting for illegal immigrants, let everyone pass through Europe. No.
Oh, yeah. It's a problem of Europe. It's a problem more general in Europe.
It's a problem of the governments, man, because
Yeah.
they don't do their job properly.
Yeah.
They don't do their job properly. And in the end, most of the European countries were made up to a point from immigrants.
Okay, yeah.
If you ask France, for example, you have many people.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So either you like that.
And there is a big hypocrisy about that.
Yeah, it's a big hypocrisy.
In fact.
And the worst part, my friend, is I believe that someday, unfortunately, not far away, some of us might need to do that.
Okay.
Then, because everything is up to it's a thin line before the Europe is destroyed.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe we are next, and we don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go more back in the music. I find in this new album some influence of thrash metal, power thrash metal. Is it an influence for you? In your aware in your mind, it's conscious. And who are your favorite drummers?
Okay, our influences are very various in the band because we are 6 people with different taste in rock music. For example, I listen from classic rock up to black metal. I don't have a problem. I listen to everything because I'm a 90s guy.
Like me.
So we were used in the expanse of heavy metal music and the sound. My 2 guitar players are more 80s guys, so are used more in the more classic.
Okay.
So me and our singer are 90s, the others are 80s, so 2 worlds collide. And the influences come together from Accept up to Ball Thrower. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you hear everything in our music, of course, but it's what made us as individual musicians. Actually.
Yeah.
As you said, my favorite drummers.
Maybe
listening to Death, for example.
Oh, yeah.
So I had. Obviously I had people like Cavalera. I loved Cavalera, Igor Cavalera when I was young. I love Igor Cavalera.
Dave Lombardo, maybe?
Dave Lombardo is Dave Lombardo. Of course, the godfather of thrash metal drumming, of course. So, Christy from Def, or Hoglan, Jim Hoglan. My influences are more into thrash or extreme or groove, or more groove for Pantera. So, that's why I play the way I play, not in quality. I'm not like them, of course, but in the how I think some grooves, bass drums and stuff like that.
Okay. You make the transition about drums and drummer. In the past, you still worked with Fotis Bernardo, and he was drummer in the band, and he's very famous for his collaboration in Nightfall now, but in the past in Celtic Flesh.
I don't simply work with Fotis Bernardo. We are best friends with Fotis Bernardo.
Okay, and he produced your new album, Ash of Eternal Flame.
Yeah, because our guitar player, Thimios, the main composer of the band, he's, I don't know the English word. When you marry 2 people, how do they call it? Best man.
Okay, understand.
He's best man of Fotis and his wife.
Okay.
And he also works at the studio, so it's, it's a bond. And Fotis used to play for Innerwish 20 years ago. So Fotis is the best Greek metal drummer existing. And he's a great guy, just so you know, a wonderful person.
But officially, he played drums. He played in the past drums for the band.
He played, I think,
before you?
Drums, before me, not right before me, but he played in the second album, Silent Faces.
Ah, okay. And no,
And he did some tour, some live shows and stuff like that.
okay. When you can't, maybe you okay.
He's a fantastic drummer, man.
Yeah. I
He's a
remember to see him live, but now he plays in Night Rage and Nightfall.
yeah,
Okay, and
yeah.
of a lot of stuff. Okay,
He
but
sings, he does everything. He's a machine.
yeah. Et puis I remember in Septic Flesh, etc. Yeah, the sound of the new album is awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's
And
Henry
the song and the songs,
Eh?
the sound and the songs
The sound.
are both awesome.
Thank you very much. Thank
Very
you very much.
generous, very catchy. Okay. What do you want to add about this? Because you can talk a lot of things. Just before, there is a song called, if I'm right, The Ends of Doom. Is it
The hands
a,
of
a
okay.
wink, to Black Sabbath
The chorus, huh?
song? Yeah. End of
Yeah,
Doom.
it's a bit.
And the title, End of Doom.
We love Black Sabbath with Tony Martin, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, Tony Yomi just released new songs. He makes collaboration. He released on internet new songs,
Yeah,
solo, Lee,
he's a tremendous voice. He's a
Tony
tremendous
Yomi.
voice.
He's
Yeah,
older, but
and the chorus is a bit tribute to
yeah,
Black Sabbath with Tony Martin,
yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah, okay. But Tony Yomi was a genius and is still genius. Okay, what do you want to add about this album? And can we hope to see you live in France maybe next year, 2025, summer festivals? It would be
I hope to, because I have never played to France personally.
really with
Never.
Wish you didn't.
I've never played in France. I have never visited France. So I want to do both.
Okay, I'm surprised. Innerwish never, and in general, Innerwish never
Never. In
played in
France,
France
never. We
since.
played most of Europe, not France for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's not heavy power that much commercially in France.
I understand.
Even your metal scene, it's not into that heavy power.
Yeah.
You are more in the more dark sides of metal.
Or hardcore stuff now, or new black metal. Yeah. Or Gojira, something. Yeah.
So you have a lot of bands.
Yeah, but you have your place in summer festivals in France.
I hope it happens. We will pursue it to happen, but it's
Culture.
not totally up to us, you know.
But you have a big label like Decide, King, a lot of Opus.
I hope so. I hope so. Now we are now talking about the live shows. It will be after April or May.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I have a knee injury for 1 year and I can't play drums for now.
Okay.
So I have to recover totally. I broke my knee completely.
Okay.
And I need my knee to play drums.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Yes.
So it's from April, May, and onwards, the shows.
Okay, so you have to
For
take.
now, we have booked countries around France, but not France.
Yeah. So you have to come to France. Okay. And what's your wish? Because inner wish. So what's your wish for 2025? Maybe to come to play in France, but
play in France.
Our wishes, several wishes. Tell me.
Yeah, and honestly, my wish for 2025 is that we still are safe. We don't have any World War III happening around us.
Okay.
And that I really wish, man, if people could calm down a bit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nerves and in the world, and especially online, it's becoming very frustrating. Guys, calm down. We have the same problems.
Yeah.
And let's smile more. If we can, let's try to smile a bit more.
Yeah, it's okay. Good wish. There is I think there is a lot of work about that because people are very speed, very and don't take profit of life and the time.
No.
And we run after the time and
everybody flies by. Time flies by and we stuck at stupidities. We get angry with everything for no reason.
Yeah. You're right. Okay, but thank you very much for this interview, Franki. Take care because you have to recover to
and you try to book us a show in France.
We hope because this new album, that's why I wanted to make the interview. Ash of Eternal Flame available now on Rising Phoenix Music. It's an awesome album.
Thank you very much.
this year. Okay.
It was a great pleasure talking to you.
Me too. For me too. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye, Frankie.
Thank you very much.